At the heart of everything that I've done is collaboration. And so the Center for Social Innovation was the byproduct of a collaboration of 5 of us that came together, all from the for-profit side. I was running a small consulting practice at the time. And Margie Zeidler, who is the owner of 401 Richmond, she's part of the Zeidler family here in the city of Toronto. She and I had been one of her tenants previously. She and I connected, and she had this idea about creating some sort of workspace for nonprofits. And I was coming out of the consulting field with a background in collaboration and building community. And I had this idea about building this little workspace for capacity builders. Well, the 2 of us came together. We brought in Mary Rowe, Pat Tobin, and Eric Meerkamper, and the 5 of us sort of came together to create this experiment. And essentially what the Center for Social Innovation started off with was a 5,000 square foot space in a building much like the one we're in. And we invited a whole bunch of nonprofits to come in. We had 40 people attend information sessions. 28 of them applied for space. We selected 14, and those 14 became the first sort of experiment in what might happen if we brought organizations together, not-for-profits, to share. At the very beginning, we were really focused on nonprofits and charities, but very quickly we integrated social purpose businesses. We had a real commitment to making sure that social ventures and consultants and people who were serving the not-for-profit sector were also there. And the idea was, how do we create an ecosystem of folks? In 2007, we expanded to 175 organizations. We scaled the model. We opened up another 13,000 square feet space on the 4th floor. And by this time, we were the first people in the world that we're aware of to experiment with co-working. Now, we called it virtual tenancy at the time. So we didn't name it, but we were certainly experimenting with this concept of co-working, which is now a global phenomenon. What we've learned at the Center for Social Innovation is that collaboration does happen, that building an ecosystem of different types of people who have a shared commitment to change the world are able to share ideas, to build networks, to collaborate with one another. The work that we do helps them to reduce their overhead costs, provide them access to infrastructure they wouldn't otherwise be able to afford, and allows them to focus on their social mission with a greater amount of focus and clarity than ever before, because what I had seen in my 20 years in the sector was nonprofits, the executive directors fixing the photocopier. Well, you know, having the executive director with that immense brain capacity and ability to go out and build that organization, having to fight with a broken photocopier or wait for that package is not an efficient use of our time. So the concept of the Center for Social Innovation started off with efficiencies and effectiveness within the social mission sector, but where we're really going now is about how are we acting as a platform for triage to help get world-changing ideas to scale by removing barriers, providing infrastructure, and helping them to succeed.